Good morning, sunshines. I hope you are doing well. It is another day in the garden. Although this week we are having some high temperatures right now, we have a little breeze, but we do have rain coming. I want to get a few things planted up in the garden today. Stay here, wheelbarrow. It keeps rolling down this little hill. Okay, you can stay there. All right. Run away, car. Okay, I got it. Wait. There it goes. Okay, so I want to get a few things planted today. Over here in this location at the wall garden, and then we have a planting at the part shade, part sun garden as well. So let's take a look at these plants we have. So you all saw in the last video, I have planted this beautiful coreopsis up in the planter. The plant wasn't the problem. The problem, as I state, was just a combination. So anyway, so now we have her. I didn't put her back in her correct container, so I don't have the specs on her, but she is gorgeous, and we're going to plant her up today. Y'all see the theme here, like the yellow theme we got going on? Okay. Oh, we got it in the shoes too. But anyways, we're going to plant that up today. Isn't she pretty? And then we have this coreopsis. This is a little bang enchanted Eve coreopsis. I have coreopsis all over the garden for the most part. And so I want to continue to put coreopsis all over the garden. So in that area over there at the wall garden, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4 coreopsis. On this side, I realized the side where I'm trying to fill in some empty spaces, we have no coreopsis. And so that's going to change today because this coreopsis is going in. The other thing I want to plant up today is from the Fun and Games I Spy series from Proven Winter. This is a heucherella. I have a few of these the in the part sun part shade garden already, and they're doing great over there. I talked about in one of the videos like trying to repeat some things that are working, like on the hillside garden, but everywhere I'm just going to repeat things that are actually working. And so although I have them in one section, there's one section where they can use a few of these. So we got 3 of these to plant up today. I got all of these off the clearance rack. All of the plants were clearance plants actually. So we have those things. Then I want to hang up my golden birdcage. Well, it's bronze, I guess. I guess it's bronze. But I purchased this over the winter break, as I call it, because it was a break from the garden. And because I work with children, I'm always like winter break, summer break. Anyways, but over the winter break from the garden, I picked this up at a thrift store. I did a video about my thrift store finds, and I have another bird cage, and we'll take a look at that one. But I really love bird cages. I want to get a few more, and I love to stick them in the garden. And so I have been thinking about where I want to actually place this, and I found a placement for it. And so we're going to get that hung today. Hopefully my idea works. Okay, so let me show you a few blooms and a few things that I planted in the garden off camera, and yeah, then we'll get to planting up these couple of things. I don't know exactly where they're gonna go, but we're gonna find the space. All right, so let's take a look at these blooms. Oh, and by the way, it's July 1st. Welcome to the month of July. So I've been working off camera because it's just been a little easier to do a couple of like tasks, like little task here, little task there. So anyways, I talked about how we needed something in this space over here. We had planted up some of these Asiatic lilies, and I thought more back there would be nice. And I was able to pick up a few more, and I already planted them, but I left a container so that I can tell you what kind they are. So these ones right here are the golden matrix lily. That's that one. So I had got 2 of those. So then the other 2, I forgot the name in the front already that we planted up the other day. And then I got 2 of those. And then I've never seen the white Asiatic lilies. I thought they were gorgeous. And so they don't have the shine to them like the other ones I have, but they're absolutely beautiful. So I planted up 2 of those. And when you shop clearance, like this is done. But for example, there's a bloom. I'm just taking this off. I didn't have to, but I wanted you all to see that I'm going to be able to experience a bloom, because I kind of search for the ones that had a bloom that I can actually enjoy. And so although all of these are falling off, this one's just opening. And these will come off, but next year we'll have quite a show. But the name of these are called Sparkling Joy Lily. What a pretty name. What a pretty flower. But that's what the bloom looks like. The other thing I did in this area, and here are some more. These are daylilies that are blooming. Aren't they pretty? I don't know the name of them, but they are pretty. So I put a salvia down here. I wanted to put a salvia there. And then I'm thinking right in here, although this is Black Eye Susie and it blooms yellow, it's okay. I might tuck the Coreopsis actually behind it back there. That's what we might do. The other thing is I put over here another piece of, what is that? Salvia. And I'm going to tell you all where I got those from in a minute. But look what's blooming, guys. Look. Oh my God. Delphinium that we grew from seed. And look how pretty those blooms are. And so we have a few more that are going to come into bloom. This bellflower was completely, I thought it was done, and it completely refleshed out. I better hurry up before it starts raining. And there are bees. Look at that huge bee all over this beautiful bee balm. I keep showing you all this. This is like the first year that I've gotten to really enjoy it, because the last, I think I've had this is the third year. It rains, which is going to do today, and it all flops over. But for whatever reason, it feels like it's not as tall as it was the last few times, couple of years, but I don't know. But I hope it remains standing, because once it has so many blooms on it, and it will get powdery mildew if I have to gather them. It's not worth it. I would just cut it back. Anyways, more delphinium growing in. This is our agastache. Agastache, if that's what you want to call it. And that's the only blooms I wanted to really show you all over here. It was a delphinium that I'm like, and this one's a different color. It has like blue and purple and, okay. So where did I get the salvia from? I've been working over here in this garden space clearing. So the other thing I did off of camera is I moved all the dianthus from up there down here, and I moved out the salvia that I just showed you from over here to over there. And then there's some more blooms over here that we haven't seen, and that is this Rebecca. It's so pretty. I did have to put this little peony ring around it to hold it up. So today is like the day of yellow, like the day of yellow. And then over here is that goldfinch daisy. And the picture, it was white, but I understand the name because it's actually yellow. But isn't that a pretty bloom? And what else did we work? So we moved all the delphinium down. So now we have all this open space to plant something in there. Oh, the other thing that's blooming, started, and I don't know why, Liatris. The Liatris, so pretty. So I thought it was pink, but it actually is purple. The other thing is I cut back all of the roses. This one's reflushing. The pinks are reflushing. The white has, these are old blooms that I didn't cut off, but all the blooms I did cut back the roses. Even up there, I didn't show that one, but there's a rose bush up there I cut back. The other thing that I did too is I took out my Eclipse hydrangea, because it just, whereas where we did the hydrangea row, they will have a moment during the day where they will wilt, but then they'll bounce back during the day because the sun doesn't stay too long over there. The sun beams over here. I really did think this apple tree, and maybe in the future, was going to give it some coverage. And I thought that Eclipse hydrangea was full sun. That's what I thought the tag said. But nevertheless, I pulled it because it was really suffering and I potted it up. So we got to find a new spot for there, and we have to find something to replace here. So there is work to do. The other thing I did was I cut back all of my spirea over here, giving some breathing room to all the other plants. So yeah, so that's what I have to show today. That's what I've been working on. Look at this blanket flower is so gorgeous. We're going to be dividing up some of these plants and spreading them around, but we'll talk about that at a later time. Let's go get these other ones in the ground and do what we have planned for the rest of this video. But I had to show you all these blooms because I'm so proud of growing this delphinium. I'm just so proud. This space right here, this wall garden, I just love it. Okay, let me figure out where I want these to go and get them in the ground. So I'm thinking right here. Right here we have an aster. Right here we have salvia, a sedum, two sedums. So right here is what I'm thinking for the coreopsis. I didn't realize that lady's mantle, I wasn't thinking about the lady's mantle and how it's yellow, and I don't know if although it's almost time to cut those blooms back, I don't know if I want yellow on top of yellow. But we have a space here, and we have a space up here. I have to tell you all the name of that plant, but it blooms, this plant right here, sorry you couldn't see me, this plant right here blooms red. So I could stick something yellow in here. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put the coreopsis here and put the, what is that plant? Rebecca right there. I think that would, and I don't know how good this salvia is going to grow over here, but we do have some more filling in. But yeah, let's do that. I think I feel raindrops, so I better get a move on it. I know. It's raining. Oh, I think that'll look pretty there. Oh, did I show you? Y'all see my shoes? Shoes. Shoes. And coreopsis there. Okay, I think I could do this real quick. It's not raining that hard. I need to get one of those umbrellas for my phone. I think it's going to be a quick shower and then it's going to stop though. I will say that rain feels good. It's breeze. It's really light rain, so I'm not really worried right now. I've been getting out here at like 6 in the morning to like water and do all the things. Today, not so much. Oh, I think this is going to brighten up this space. Even the space is already brightened, but nicely. But that yellow is going to do it. Little rock. just a little drink since I believe it's going to rain some more. I like it. And the rain did stop. Good, we can keep going. So I'm looking right here. I need to find something tall here. I may move that sedum. I may move that to the front of here or to the front of somewhere. But I'm realizing that I really like a lot of tall plants. Like I'm liking the idea of things growing tall. But that low sedum, I may or may not move. I actually need to get that out of the pot. We'll work on that. But the bees are all over the place. But that plays together nicely. I like the combo. But when you look in here, we see the gaps. But I'm realizing I like taller things. But that just means we're going to let a lot of things go to seed. Like our Dalphidium, like our, look at the seed pods on this lupin. And I'm waiting for them to brown to see if I can like put them in different places where I want them. So we'll see. Okay, let's move to the next section to get these heucherella in the ground. Oh, okay, guys, so we're over here, part sun, part shade, where I just planted that Fire Chief Arborvitae. I hope it survives, guys. Where you see that trail right there, I have to put the footage up on the screen. I found a bunny rabbit. I knew it was coming through there, and it was eating what I was surprised. It was eating the daisies. I was surprised that it ate the Shasta daisies. More blooms for you guys on this section. These are just blooming, coming in. Okay, and also this is a Coreoptis. It is so pretty. I got this at a plant sale. Anyways, I didn't find any more of those heuchera. I got those two. I love them from Lowe's. When did I get those? When they had their 2 for $10 sale early in the season. So I have the canister. I'm going to look for them, but I know I didn't see them, but I'm going to look for the name because I would like to at least put one more. But I thought I would do a play kind of on it. This right here is a daylily. Right here is sedum, of course. And this right here is Gara. And so what I thought I would do is just like I want to put another one over there. And the blooms are gorgeous. I hope you all like the blooms. I am not cutting those blooms. They're absolutely gorgeous. But right here, I figured I would do 3 of these heucherella over here. And if you've seen the blooms, I think I showed them in another video. These have really pretty pink blooms as well. And so right there we have a daylily, Gara. Right here it does bloom pink. It is columbine. I left the seed pods on. I'm hoping that it will actually do some spreading over here. But I'm going to do a trio of these heucherella right here around this daylily. I'll probably pull that one down some, and I think that would be nice. Let's do it. The other thing the bunny eats is these fescue grass. Do you see this one in comparison to this one? But they all should be bigger now, but it eats that too. I did put some repellent down on yesterday as well. The repellent does not kill them. The repellent, they just don't like the smell. And so I don't mind the pollinators getting food in the garden, but rabbits and deers, they will just eat up your garden. But what I'm surprised, and I didn't know, and this is just all off topic and what I'm supposed to be doing, but I didn't know the bunnies do not eat the hosta. So the hosta all along the fence, the bunnies haven't touched. And as you can see, these ones are darker than those ones. Those ones get more sun, and everything has just been burning. And I know I'm not the only one going through that. Okay, enough chatting. Let me get these heucherella in the ground. Sorry, guys. It's always tricky up here on this hill. Hi, worm. I'll put you back. I promise. There you go. Go back on your own then. Oops. Okay, I like it. I think that's a good addition. If I find another one, and these should fill out and get just as big as those. I didn't read the specs on how big and why they get. If you want to know, I'll walk back over and give you all the specs on this, but those should get big and nice. And then with the columbine there, and if the columbine spreads, we're going to give this some water. I'll give it some water when I'm done. If that even spreads and recovers and gets bigger. And then right up there, those little plants are what we started from seed. There are 4. There were 5, but I only see 4 now, but those are aster. And it could have died because the bunny was coming through there. So I do see 4 up there, but those are aster that will grow in. And I believe they bloom purple. There's actually a bloom on it, so we'll know sooner than later what it bloomed. But anyways, these heucherella should plump up nicely just like this one. So with the bird cage, what I wanted to do, I wanted to light up at night. And what I thought I would do is I have this command, like this tape. What is it called? Like you usually hang it with pictures, like hang pictures with it. And so I thought I would take one of these strips. And then this is just one of my lights from that I'm trying to replace some lighting outside. And nothing special about it, but it's a solar light. So my thought is to put the command strip. Let's get one. So the bird cage does open. So I'm going to take a command strip. What I'm going to do is, there's a latch here. There goes the latch. It opens like this. I forgot to show you all the other bird cage. I will. And so, obviously you fold the command strip. And if it doesn't work, it can come off. So that works. And then I'm just going to put it on the back of the light. The light is already on. I know it works. I just removed it from where it was. I moved a bunch of lights. I need to put some different lights. And then I'm going to sit it in here, right in the middle. I don't know if it's going to hold up. Sit it right there. Close the bird cage. And then we'll hang it and it will light up at night. So, I wish that I could. I don't want to right now, maybe another time, but you could go buy some spray paint and spray it. I do have black spray paint, but for now I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm going to see if it works, and then maybe later on I can find a small bottle of bronze spray paint and spray paint this as well, but I don't know if it's going to matter right now. Let's just get it hung. I'm so excited. I hope my idea works. Let's see if this works. So what I have here is I have this hook, and I have what is this called? This little thingy. I can't think of a name of it. This little strap thingy. But there is a hook right here because there possibly, I'll be talking too fast for my own self, because there might have been a door at one point. Remember this arbor, trellis, whatever you want to call it. My boys moved it here for me, and so off another property. So there was no door with it, but there's a hook right here, and I'm hoping, but it might be too low, that the bird cage, just want it to hang from it like that, but I want it higher, so that might not work unless I hook it somewhere else. I also thought about hooking it. Now I don't know if you'll be able to see me. Let me turn the camera around. Oh, you can see me. Okay. The other place I thought about hooking it was in here. Let me see if I can reach. Because unlike the other bird cage I have, this one doesn't have a hook. And if you look at the detail, did I show you? There's a little bird here. It has leaves, acorn. I want that to show. So I'm going to try to hook it from inside. So that hook didn't work, but it would go like this. Let me see if I can hook it in here. And oh, I'm not that short. That might work. There's a branch up here. Get down. Oh, stayed on my tippy toes. Oh, I like it. Okay, so the only thing is that if you want to use this to walk under, you won't be able to do that. Okay, where else can we hook it? Okay, I like it right there. I'm sure I can go to the side, but is that ideal? Okay, where else? I can also hook it here, or how about right there? Okay, let me see. I think I need to change the hook around like that. But it doesn't hit. Maybe over here? Let's see. Nope. To the side. I don't know if the wind will blow it down. Not really feeling that. That's too far over. I can also hook it inside. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. You all tell me in the comments what you thought was better. Look, even if we hook it here, though, it's in the way. Oh my gosh. This is definitely where I want it. I just have to make a decision. Nobody really walks under here, though. I moved it closer to the front. I kind of like it in the middle. Guys, I really like it there. I don't know where else to put it. Oh. Okay, I'm not going to take up too much time trying to figure this out. I think you guys should tell me where I should hook this. Or do I need to find a whole no— oh, right there might be good. Oh, right there is— I think right there is good. I'm not going to lie. The black hook in front of the bird's face is not what I want. But I think right there is better. Okay, let's see. This is what it looks like close up. So trying to see if I can give you all a better vantage point. I come way over here, it would be hanging like that. I need to clean that off or paint it again. I come around here, you can see it through there. I think off to the side is better. I wish I can give you all— I'm gonna give you all a front view. I'm gonna figure it out. Here we go. That tall. Oops. I'm not that tall, so it's a little hard for me to give you all a front view, but there goes the front view. Okay, guys, so I'm going to end it right here. I want you to let me know what you thought of me hanging this golden bird cage. I think I'm going to just leave it here for now, and then I'll make a decision later. I hope it does light up. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you would leave a comment, because you know I'm going to talk back, and subscribe. If you've done all three of those things, thank you. If you have not, please consider. But until next time, guys. Okay, blessings. Bye. To move or not to move? That is the question. So I came out here at night for you guys. Well, for myself too. And look at our little light. It looks so cute. I don't think the camera is doing it justice, but yeah. This is the garden at night. with our little bird cage. Oh my gosh, it looks so cute. Let me go closer. Look at it lit up. Yay!